I'm great at knowing where things are. You're great at knowing where things are and having it look really neat. So when friends come over, it looks much like it looks normally, except for when I put things down.
Except for when I set anything down.
I set anything down, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna get back to that in 2 seconds, and then I'm doing other things,
Yeah.
and then there's this. I started to take over all the horizontal surfaces,
Yeah.
and
So
then
I try to give you like one at a time,
one surface,
one surface,
like one table.
one table, but then it eventually goes from one side table to a coffee table to a table with a computer on it,
Like a
to
fungus.
a desk, to the dining room table, everywhere.
That's
But
yeah.
it's fine because I actually really love organizing things, and I'm pretty sure when you and I moved in together, I actually pretty much packed up your entire apartment to move into mine.
I don't like back in.
Yeah. I think what I did for him
I don't like
was
packets to move. I'll tell you that.
I gave him a box of just miscellaneous papers. I'm like, I don't know what you want to get rid of. I don't know what you want to keep. I don't know what any of this is. I'm not looking at
Oh my
it. So you can
gosh.
either go through it, keep it, but everything else is packed. So, and you were a lot better with packing the U-Haul truck because lifting heavy things, and for some reason you
Yeah.
just you dominated there.
Yeah, I used to work. I used to work at UPS preload for a while, so you'd have to get all the packages into the UPS trucks for the drivers to go out with every day, and these guys would hammer it into hey, this will take da da da. So I could Tetris a truck, but I can't Tetris the house every day.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's why we're a good team, because we excel at different parts of organizing.
oh yeah, that works. I will take that.
Yeah.
So,
So let's talk about why you should stay organized.
why you should stay organized?
Why you should stay organized.
I think that's a good thing to start off with.
Yeah?
Because as someone who isn't as organized as you are, I'll definitely say that what happens a lot is that I take a lot longer to do things. It's a little scattered. So it's like I'll try to think of, hey, I need to get this. And then I'll see a note. Like I'm going to get, let's call it Quest A. I'm going on Quest A to get this item. I come back, and while I'm going to get that item, it's just like, okay, I see something else, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I was supposed to follow up on this. So I'll pick up, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'll pick up that, and then I'll be like, all right, what was I doing again? Okay, Quest A, back on Quest A, but this is something to do. So it's like by the time I actually get to the first item, I'm trying to make it back. It's like I have 10 million things just
On
already.
all horizontal services.
And I'm like, all right, so I can't do this. So I'll be like, all right, I can't do this right now. So I'll put it down here. I'll make a note. I'll try to keep the notes together. So it'll be like a to-do list.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a full to-do list all the time. And the problem is sometimes it's distracting, because the reason I say it's distracting because I won't get things done sequentially.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll get things done, like 70, 80%.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to get to at least 90% or higher.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be a lot tricky to do that because I'll also start figuring out, like, all right, I'll start thinking about I'll just go on a whole time, as you could tell with me just talking about it. If that gives you any indication of how I'll start to do things. Because I'll want to think out how I'd want the final end product to be.
Uh-huh.
And I'll set up a lot of different roads to get there. And I want it to come out really good. And then I'll set up a lot of roads, and then sometimes I'll just have to put a deadline to myself and say, all right, screw it. I won't get it done as well as I want to, but this has to go out because it's already turning in, hours to turn into days.
Yeah.
So just got to get it out. Just iterate in public, just get it out and start moving on it. So
Yeah. So, I mean, being organized definitely allows you to focus more on the things that need to be done without getting distracted, like Aiden does sometimes.
Yes.
It also gives you, like, when you're able to focus on the things you need to get done, you have more time for yourself for non-work related things, non-deadline related things. It kind of frees up your time, your day, when it's a little more structured, a little more organized. Something that I've been doing for us is organizing, getting all of our, because we live together, organizing all of our important documents, like our renter's insurance packet, all of our bills and stuff, and our birth certificates, our social security cards, passports, and just keeping them in a place where if we need them in a pinch, like we're fleeing the country, we know where they are.
Why would we flee in the country, babe?
Who could know?
You're a spy?
Maybe we are taking a quick getaway.
You Tom Keenan it right now?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Lure FS to the blacklist.
I love and hate that show.
Let's not get into this.
It's all right. Okay. But
yeah, no, it's definitely important to have all of your, like, if you have to pay bills, like, so you know what bills need to be paid, what bills need to go out, so you can find your checkbook if you need that. Maybe you want to organize your receipts and keep them into a place in case you have to, you know, you're looking at your credit card statement and you're like, oh, this wasn't this much, or, you know, why did I get charged for this? You could have receipts in one place and be able to find it a little more easily.
It's also good for taxes.
Yeah.
Taxes.
Definitely.
The tax man. So yeah. Also, I noticed, like, when the place is cleaner, it allows me to just stay on task a lot bigger as well too. And also knowing that you're gonna be kind of critiquing the aftermath of Hurricane Aiden coming through, leaving papers everywhere.
See, I don't mind cleaning or organizing. I actually really enjoy it. It's just a matter of you, like, if I ask you to do something, you doing it. You know, like helping out, which you do. Sometimes it takes a little longer, but you do it.
I get, you know. So it works out. It's good. It's a good team combo thing. Because this is definitely weakness of mine, and you know, I don't know. Like, I'll definitely put things in place for myself, but I feel like if I over focus on trying to, like, get this weakness just ordinary, there's other things that I could be excellent at.
That's why I don't mind helping out and, like, cleaning or organizing or helping you with something, because I'm going to say I'm better at it, because I am.
Okay.
And
I'm better at dishes.
And you're way better at dishes, because I just can't do any dishes. I don't know how to do them. So, but no, I mean, if it me helping you out in a way that allows you to do something and be awesome at it, and then gives me more time that I don't have to worry about you doing something or whatever, then I can have more time to myself and have free time, and, you know, it works well because it's a good team. We have different roles and we help out in different ways, and we both are able to enjoy extra time because we're so organized. Together.
With you being the main engine.
Me steamrolling it, yeah.
With you being the main engine between it. And then, so I'll say, like, you'll be the main engine of the steamroll of the organization. And then I'll pick up, like, you know, like, say you're the sun and I'm the moon. So I'll, like, pick up some of your momentum and help carry it forward.
So poetic.
For this instance, yeah. I'll definitely, I think it gives me some momentum to, like, definitely keep certain things. So it's easier to stay on track.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I would need, like, a friend coming over to my house to really, because you've seen me, you know, like when we was dating everything, you've seen my house.
Yeah. And then after a few months, I decided to step in and be like, do you mind if I sweep? Like,
all right, that's really, it's really nitty gritty stuff, babe.
Just kidding.
Yeah. I'll take that dig, that's true. I don't sweep that often.
No, but I think one thing that I'm really excited that I was able to help you with is because he has so many different notes on different papers and scraps in their front and back, I was able to come up with a system where he could keep all of that without having to get rid of them. So I was able to find a binder and get these like page protectors, so you're able to look at all of your notes front and back all at once. These clear.
Because the back of it,
it's you write very small, so there's just like tons and tons of little papers all in there, all organized, but he gets to keep all of them, and they're all just in one spot.
All
so if
the
he needs to reference them, it's perfect.
It's good. So why organization leads to efficiency? I think we started covering that a little bit, where things are messy. Your mind starts thinking about a lot of different things.
Yeah, and
before you continue on your like before you could finish one particular thing, you see something that'll trigger off a thought that'll start taking you in different directions, and you get stretched thin.
I was also thinking, if you work from home, or if you had your own space where you didn't have to share with anyone at work, and you kind of kept like your desk full of papers and just like layers and layers of papers, and like you were on a conference call or something, and you needed to reference a document or like a folder of stuff, and you couldn't find it immediately. You're like, oh, hold on, I gotta sift through all of my papers, to find it. So that's what I thought. To be more efficient would be to be more organized and to prepare yourself when you have important meetings or phone conferences like that.
Gotcha. Also, I remember one time I was in the office, and I think the accountant needed some receipts to verify some credit card transactions, and I had to like reprint. Like a couple I knew where they were on the paper on my desk, and a couple I had to reprint. Because I don't think I kept them, but I didn't know I had to keep them, to be fair. And so it was kind of like, here's some, think there's a couple more here. Oh no, they're not. I have to reprint the rest of them. Could you hold on a second? Reprint them back to the computer, get them back on. It's like, okay, here's the rest. Like that. Versus, oh, you want that? Sure. Here's the file. This is February. Yeah, so it allows you to stay on task, because also say I was in the middle of doing something that I had a lot of concentration on. In your office at work, it's really hard to avoid being interrupted. Like, it just happens. So if you could quickly and efficiently get somebody what they want, then it's less of you being taken out of your concentration. So you'll be in the zone, and if you have everything, so it's like, hey, Emily, do you have those transaction reports from 2 months ago? And you're like, yeah, give it to them. You're welcome. And they're gone. You're still on task. If you have to be like, oh, let me see, I wonder what that could be, then, that totally, you're going to lose some concentration both ways. But if you have to like go recall where X or Y was, totally breaks it.
I agree.
Start from scratch. Lost 20 minutes trying to get that concentration back on. So
I agree. And at work, me especially, I'm constantly being interrupted by like I'm in charge of a variety of different events, and so I'll have each event's folder on my desk just in case I need to reference it. But then I'll get a phone call while I'm in the middle of doing something, and then someone's like, can you do this real quick? And I'm like, okay, let me just try to save what I'm working on, like on the computer, and then pause and then help them. And then I'm just, what helps me is like writing it all down, making a to-do list. So that's definitely a way that you can stay organized.